That time of year when you may be seeing more copperheads around. They're pretty common here in Horry County. ABC 15's Caitlin Richards joins us live in studio now after speaking with a wildlife expert. Caitlin, why are copperheads more common this time of year?
Really, the main reason is because of cicadas, and you're even more likely to see them into the fall.
So when these cicadas come out of the ground, they actually draw copperheads to properties. And we've had as many as 30 or 40 caught on one property just recently.
Russell Cavender is the snake chaser. His business has already removed around 80 or 90 copperheads just this year. He says that number is likely to grow as we're getting closer to mating season, which happens during two time periods, February to early May and late August to October.
Just right down the road here off Homestown Road is one of the main spots that we get copperheads in.
He says copperheads and venomous snakes in general love being around fresh water. In Horry County, it's everywhere. The Waccamaw River, Little Petey River, and the Petey River Basin, making it more common to encounter a copperhead.
The more water you have, the more likely you are to have snakes. And the more fresh the water, spring-fed lakes, the more likely you are to have venomous snakes.
So look twice when stepping outside, as copperheads are lie-in-wait predators. Cavender says they can be hard to see since they blend right in with leaves or pine needles. But this is where they're more likely to stay.
Along the base of trees, the cicadas come out and they crawl up a tree, or they crawl up a branch, or crawl up a bush, and they shed their exoskeleton, and that smell draws those copperheads.
He says a huge misconception is that they intend to bite you and they're aggressive.
That's absolutely false. Snakes have no intention of losing that venom, wanting to strike something that's much larger than them. They want to avoid you. They're scared to death of us. We actually are a predator to them, and they know that. So they're either going to be very, very still, or they're going to run away.
So what do you do if you see a copperhead? Well, absolutely do not touch it or try to kill it. Cavender says people are most commonly bitten by snakes when trying to capture them. He says to leave it alone or call a professional. In studio, Caitlin Richards, ABC 15 News.
All right, thank you, Caitlin. If you're not quite sure how to tell the difference between a copperhead and a non-venomous snake, we do have some tips for you. Like almost all venomous snakes, copperheads have a sort of diamond-shaped head. See right here, but let's be honest, in the moment you see this, you're probably not really thinking about the shape of its head or carefully checking it. So that's where you can check all the shapes on the animal's body. The easiest way to remember this is that copperheads have these dark splotches on their scales that kind of look like a Hershey's Kiss. Maybe that's something you can remember, the Hershey's Kiss. A common look-alike in our area is this guy. It's a water snake. There are a couple different kinds of water snakes, but for the most part, the ones in our area look a lot like this. And you can see side by side with the copperhead that the water snake is a lot darker in its color, especially those splotches. And the stripes, again, are darker as well than they are on the copperhead. And these water snakes are non-venomous, but they do look a lot like some of the copperheads in our area. And now this is a look at the banded water snake. So you can see when you compare it with the copperhead, the water snake's head is a lot smoother, and the markings on the body are also a lot darker. And finally, corn snakes change how they look quite a bit, but you can see here that the adults will have more of a lot more of the orange color than the copperheads do. And you can see the change in the head shape as well, a little more narrow there. To get a look at all these comparisons at home, you can go to our website, WPDE.com, and look for Caitlin's story.